Is this thing on? It is on. And you know what? I missed it. But that's okay. We got it. We're on. Adventures in skateboarding. Here you go. Here's another one. What's the adventure today? We'll find out. But here's a little clue. Little Longboard Island Lager out of brewed and bottled by Kona Brewing Company, Fort Collins, Colorado. Well, that's unexpected. I would have thought Hawaii or something. 4.6% and a spirited, crisp, and refreshing brew. Longboard Island Lager is a smooth ride all the way in. Thirsts up. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, it's your normal everyday brew, huh? And it's tasty. But what are we doing? I'm gonna let the video do the talking. I'll cut in once the skating starts. But I think when I was recording it, I was kind of thinking more vlog. So the intro is the intro from the video. Let's go. Little public service announcement. Look, the wind is kind of bad at the beginning, but we'll get through it, right? We'll get through it together. All right, what are we doing? Like, we're back at the curb spot we were just at, but like, we're not here for Slappy's. We're gonna do something different. Not real different. Like, what was it? I don't know. Maybe a year ago, maybe less. I was experimenting with the Waterborne SurfSkate Adapter, and I took this board, my Wetlock board, made by a man named Mr. Bart Kelly. Some of y'all may have heard of him in some of the skate groups. Alright, he made this board for me back in the day, before he moved down to Florida. And that's like my cruiser, and I tried to chain that into the SurfSkate, and I made a video about it, and I tried to get the thing on, and then I just wiggled around a little bit, and it was fun, but like super not effective in the world of SurfSkate. So then I took my Chris Miller Cat Blood 2.0, my DIY board, and then I put that on here, giving me a little bit more foot placement. And I made a video on that, and I never posted it. So maybe I'll put some clips of that here. But it was fun, and it helped me learn like how to pump it a little better. It was relaxing, just cruise around the driveway and surf skate it, but it was still a little. My feet weren't wide enough to get a good pump, and when I put them too wide, I had too much weight at the very front. It would dive me down to a point where I do a nosedive. So I didn't mess with it for a while. Haven't really, other than pushing around on the Miller in the driveway. Haven't really played with it too much, but I like the idea. I like the idea of SurfSkate. I'll tell you, when I do it, it's super relaxing. Like, it's just kind of like you just want to space out and do nothing. Get yourself a surf skate and just go push for a while. Super relaxing. But I've been watching some you know me, I'm always on the YouTubes checking out skaters. I was watching Weaver Skate. I'll put the right name here. There's some dudes out of Poland. They got some cool ones where they're surf skating like through the cities. I was like, man, I do want to surf skate more. So I'm gonna go rebuild that surf skate again. All right. So yesterday, went down to the skate shop, and I was like, I want to board this a little longer, give me a little more wheelbase, but I want to be able to put what I have on it. And the guys down at DeVille, they've got a lot of complete longboards, and they've got a lot of complete surf skates, but they don't sell, they don't have out a bunch of like decks, just the decks for that. But the dudes and the owner, Terry, DeVille Skate Shop, Fayetteville, North Carolina, good enough to let me kind of take a deck that I wanted on one of their completes and sold me just the deck. Just a real basic clean top with the built-in grip tape. It seemed to work fine for today. I'm going with a huge shark wheel. Man, 72 millimeter 78A, big shark wheel, super sticky, but definitely slidable. Don't let it fool you. We've got some indies. Man, this is a 9-inch board, so like almost 10. So this has got to be like a 159, 169. It's old. It's on there. Running some of those Bones race bearings that don't take a washer. The washer's built into it. Definitely like the Bones race bearings. And the board is a honey skateboard made in the USA. Oh, this thing is super clean. Just looks like a surfboard, and just really like it. And there's like the evolution, right? We started with the What Luck skateboard from Mr. Bart. We moved to the Chris Miller, and now we got something a little more proper in the honey. So, all right, here we are. All right, so like first of all, what we got to do? We got to see if we can just pump on this board. So, watching some videos on this, I do this wiggle thing. A little too much upper body, a little too front foot heavy. It takes me a minute to get in the groove of it, where I'm using my back foot and I'm doing more of a squat and a pump up and down like you should on a surfboard. Once I get in the groove, then it almost feels like a power side, and then and front side and back side. Like you're just trying to do power slides is really where, when it feels like you're pumping into a power slide, that's when you know like it's starting to feel right. But it takes me a while to get used to the rhythm of it. So this is just one part, like, okay, can I still pump, right? Haven't done this in a while, figured it out in the Miller, and yeah, it felt good. Having a wider wheelbase, I felt like I could pump a little better, and it felt good, and so that was like step one. Then I was like, okay, can I control the pump? So I set up these cones so I could do a figure eight, so a back side, a front side, and make sure I cut through the cones there in the middle. So through the middle, and then the front side, try and pump it, carve it back to the center, and then do a back side. Almost lost it there, and then back through the center. And I did this for quite a while. I tried to make the box smaller. I'm just not there yet, and I lose quite a bit of speed coming around the cone, whether it's backside or front side. That's a loud truck. Man, that truck's loud. Yeah, I'm not keeping that speed. I'm not making the turn sharp enough. So I need to work on that for sure. And that, I think it's just board time and getting out there and really just pumping. But it's super relaxing, and like it's a good workout at the same time, and I enjoy it quite a bit. And I thought it was a good drill, and I'm glad I got the cones to do that. All right, so then I set up the cones to do some like slalom. And initially I was like, I don't know, 5 cones straight down the white line. I think that'll work. So this is kind of like my slappy line that I would normally go down, and then I was just cruising through them. And at first I was like, well, man, that was kind of easy, but I probably could have done that on a normal skateboard. Didn't really need a surf skate for that, so I adjusted the cones a little bit, made it a little tighter, and although it was more satisfying, like more fun, I don't think it still got the surf skate part out of it and didn't force me to really bend my legs and pump. I mean, it was still more of a hip movement. So I was like, man, maybe I need to spread these cones out. So I spread them out, and yep, definitely more challenging to try and get it that way. So I couldn't, the cutback, losing tons of speed, and there's no science behind like how I put the cones down, right? I just threw them down and then tried to adapt to them as best as possible. And I thought it was very useful in the sense of just training. I hate that for skateboarding, but like learning how to do it and how it moves and how to adapt. So I had a good time just kind of working through this problem set and, jacking it up here and there. Like, there we go. There's one I cut through the last 2 cones, didn't make the turn right. That one smacked the cone. Let's see. This one got it. Getting down. There we go. See, but I lose all the I hit the last cone. I lose all the speed at the end. There we go. You can see I'm more bent. I was more bent over on the first 3 cones on that one, and it gave me a smoother transition. Then I set the cones up like the top of a wave, right? So I'm going to do some cutbacks, and I was like, okay, I don't want to hit the cones, but I need a point to stop. So I went with this, and I just started kind of going at it and trying to make a really sharp turn. I'll tell you what, it probably felt way cooler than it looks here But like I was like, oh man, this is cool. Let's look at the old man bend his knees and get low, and just trying to get that good surf movement. I thought I was getting closer to the cones here than I was, but you can see like getting a good pump, and then whoop, bam, trying to cut it in. Those shark wheels, super grippy, but you can slide them. You just gotta have some control. Let's see. There you go. Look at that. That's a good time right there. Like, this is so fun. Really enjoy just going up this slight incline of a hill. Ooh, little bottom. And you're already low, so it doesn't hurt if you crash or slam. So that's cool. But I really enjoyed this little part of the session. And then, like, kind of come down, swoop up. Man, it's just surfing. Yeah, look how fun that is. Like, that's a fun day. Like, that is hard to beat when you're getting that. And this is like, I don't surf skate, so total learning experience, trying to figure it all out. Just a good time. And I thought that was it, but then I bought the GoPro Max 360, and the next Sunday I went out to a Slappy session with a couple homies. And at first I was just skating my Slappy board, but then I was like, man, can I Slappy this surf skate with these shark wheels and the Waterborne SurfSkate Adapter? Because it's scary to cut into those curves when your front truck can go 90 degrees more on you. I thought I was going to eat it, but surprisingly the shark wheels just go right up the curb, and I was able to lock the grind in on a couple. And using the 360, these are the first clips I'm going to have on the 360 camera. So if you're watching the video, you get to see that. And I just thought it was a great time. Start with some front sides and just kind of taking some runs, trying to get my flow back and forth, and then come straight at the curb. Here we go, turn into it, and then whip it around. Like, that is fun. That is a good time. Right there. And I was stoked to get it on the SurfSkate, and I'm excited to like try more of that. And then I even got like one of my first backside slappies. I'm a front side slappy guy. It was so stupid fun. It was a good time. So that's where we're at in the adventure of SurfSkate. We rebuilt the board. We got a 360 camera. I think cones, great training tool, and I look forward to doing more of it. And go back and watch the last Slappy video. There might be something in there that you might want to see before the next Slappy video, so go check it out. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. It's a fun process. Stoked on the new board. Shout out to Deville Skate Shop for letting me take apart one of their completes and just buy the board. I appreciate that. And that's it. So go do something rad. Go on an adventure. Cheers.